Says it's starting, and we are live. It says Hangout.
Yep, my phone just went off.
Live.
We are live.
Got a little bit of the Christmas theme going on over here.
I got a little bit of the I'm too lazy to hold my light up 3 flights of stairs because I'm feeling sick going on. So I'm literally just sitting on my bed surrounded by boxes of stuff that I've been going through to ship things out. So bear with me, guys. I am not feeling very great tonight, but I decided because I burned you guys last week on a stream, I wasn't going to do it again tonight. So I'm not sure how late I'm going to stay on here, as I've also got a final tomorrow to do. But I'll stick around for a little bit and trash talk Jimmy and all that good stuff. So, you know.
Well, the good thing is it's the final, right?
It's the final. So it's like both good and bad, but at the same time, it's kind of like I was telling you, I could study very little or I could know everything off the top of my head. Does not change my stress levels going in there. Yes, the amount that I study affects how much I know, but at the end of the day, I'm going to stress the same if I've studied my butt off or if I've done absolutely nothing. So, you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
When I say it's a no-win situation, it's more or less just in the stress department. I just get to a certain point where I'm just like, okay, I'm done. I'm just going to stress myself out even more. I'm not going to remember anything, so I'm going to stop, you know.
So we got Chris, Practical Printing in the house. We've got Greg the Great. The Great One is here. Thank you very much, guys, for joining.
What do you bet my dad's going to cruise on here?
Is he?
I don't know. He asked if we were doing a stream. Let me email him the link. You're like, hey, dude, you want to watch me being sick on stream? Here, watch here.
Did you tweet it out?
Yeah, I retweeted the tweet like 10 minutes ago.
But did you retweet the tweet that we retweeted?
No, I didn't retweet the tweet that we retweeted. Gosh, darn it, Jimmy.
Say that 5 times fast.
Nope, not happening. So do we have a stream idea for topic or just kind of hanging out, you know?
Mainly just kind of hanging out. I know that you're not feeling it tonight, so I had to figure we won't dive into anything really deep.
No, and as it is, I mean, I'm not dissing people who make videos, you know, Christmas themed videos like, here's my top 10 list of stuff. I mean, honestly, guys, the original plan that I had was, oh, sweet, you know, we're going to do the general maker stream on Jimmy's channel. Then we're going to jump to my channel for like maker gifts. And we're going to do like 3D printing back on. No, that didn't happen. So we kind of just decided to ditch that whole wonderful plan thing. So that kind of got thrown out the window, sadly.
Yeah. I mean, I got my Christmas video all set. I got it uploaded and ready to go on Friday. I figure let's go ahead and release it Friday. I'm not going to wait till Sunday night or anything like that. They'll just do it Friday because most people got plans for the weekend that hopefully they'll get to watch something before they before they take off.
Yeah,
here's a little hint.
It's like I literally, the video that I just released today of making the brass tag for my friend, literally, I kid you not, I get the message from her late Tuesday night, and she lives in Florida, so where she's at, she's 2 hours ahead of me because she's in West Florida. Messages me, she goes, oh my gosh, can you help me with this project? I need a brass tag made. I'm like, yeah, sure, what do you need? 3 inches by 7/8 inches wide and round the corners. Draw it up in like 2 minutes in Fusion. So I'm like about ready to go, cut the thing out, and then she's like, hey, I passed it on you last night. Is there any way you can add text? I'm like, yeah, I can do that. So I threw the text on there, threw it on the mill, filmed making it, which was a really fast video, then ran the box outside the mail guy and got it shipped out. So it's hopefully going to be due in on Friday, fingers crossed. I paid the $7 odd to ship the thing out priority mail flat rate because I'm like, I'm not trusting first class to get it there before Christmas.
No,
I don't trust it.
No, I don't even trust first class for my taxes anymore. I send it by that priority mail packet.
Yeah,
it's worth extra money just to make sure it gets there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like the funny thing is though, I have those snowball makers that is coming out on Saturday. That
Those are
one,
cool, by the way. Did you design those or were they on Thingiverse?
they were on Thingiverse.
Uh, you Thingiverse whore.
I know. I actually thought about designing my own, but then I was like, you know what? It's just not worth the time. I'd much rather, just find a file, print the file, because I knew there were like tons of files out there. I'm like, you know what? Also, it drives a little bit of traffic to that person's model, so it was like, it's one of those cases of it's like, yeah, I could have designed some sweet ones with like some sweet handle. I'm like, you know what? No,
You know
no.
what? Honestly, if anytime I go to get ready to do something like that, I'll look on Thingiverse. If it's on there, why reinvent the wheel? Just download it and use it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like,
If
okay,
it's not,
sure.
then that's when you want to go ahead and okay, I'll be the they. Somebody ought to invent this.
Okay, sure. At some point, I would love to make like a souped up snowball maker that has like O-ring handles on it, which is kind of like almost becoming like my thing. Just to like, if I'm going to build like the ultimate snowball maker, I might as well make it with O-ring handles and, probably in like a couple of pieces so it's easy to print without support. Yeah, da 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 da. Maybe, or I know, make it a low polygon snowball maker so it makes like like a like a cube that has like 8 or 10 faces on it, something goofy like that. So I mean, but it's like, do I really have time to sit there and do that? No, because it's finals week. So that's why I just ran to Thingiverse and grabbed the file, first one that I found, and I'm like, and here you go. Okay, set the camera up and print. But I will say though that I am actually very impressed with Elmer's wood filler. That stuff for filling models is incredible.
Really?
It does not smell bad. It dries fast. It sands really nicely. I mean, it will eventually load your sandpaper up or your sanding block, but it's not like Bondo or something where it's like, and your sandpaper's full and you got to get a new sheet. So I think it was Chelsea from Chaos Cortec and Jeff from Print 3D who had mentioned using that. I'm like, oh, that's great, that's great. And then when this project came along and the underside looked so bad, I'm like, yeah, yeah, I'm grabbing some of that stuff. So I run down the street to the hardware store and get some, and I'm like, you know what, this is a good opportunity to try it out on camera as well. And I was beyond impressed with it. So I'm going to be definitely using that some more in the future.
Wait till you see the models that Heather has done for Jeff, where she's smoothed them out. I mean, when she gets done, they look like glass. I mean, just does amazing work.
I've seen photos of them, and I'm exceedingly, exceedingly jealous of her skills. I mean, I do not have that level of patience. That's why I just pay Lancet Nerds good money to print all my stuff on this PolyJet, and I just put a couple of coats of filler primer on it. But then again, a lot of what I'm doing is really tiny stuff as well, so it's not super easy to do.
I see that we've got Curtis in the house. Thank you very much for joining, Curtis. And Nana's potato. Oh, those are so good.
To myself, next time I'm driving through there, if it's during the day, and I'm swinging by Nana's, and even if I'm getting it to go, I am totally getting a Godfather potato for the. Hey, what's up, Chelsea? We were just roasting you.
Yeah. And we got King Random in the house as well. And he's mentioning, let's see, is there a way to protect a STL or G code from plagiarism? In the case of your product, what I would recommend is patenting the connector, the part that actually attaches into the tab. That's the part I would protect. As far as getting something for every single model that you produce would be very expensive. But I would think protecting the connector part of it would be the way to go.
Yeah, one thing I will say is I agree with Jimmy on that. You can't necessarily patent the whole product, but if you can patent the method of securement, you pretty much have protected your model. Now, obviously, there's nothing to stop um, some unscrupulous person from copying it, but that's more of a smaller issue, if you know what I mean.
Right. Then the thing is, if you patent or get, would that be a patent or would that be a trademark?
Good
It'd be a
question.
patent, wouldn't it?
Probably. I don't know. I'm not gonna say either way because I have absolutely no clue.
Yeah, I would investigate it, but I would go for the fastening mechanism portion of it, and from there you can go with, you know, whatever you put on top of it. I mean, that's people are going to do whatever, but if you take care of that one part, and then if you start seeing it pop up on Thingiverse or My Mini Factory or something like that, then you can go directly to them and say, here's my documentation. This is mine. I want it removed.
Yeah,
You can go that route.
or if you had to go the legal route, having undeniable proof of this being your design very much would hopefully bode well in your favor.
The Kickstarter was a good idea because that kind of proves that he's got it there. The only thing is, would he want to put a more detailed picture of the fastening system on a Kickstarter? I'd probably wait until after there's at least a application for a patent.
Yeah, once you've got all the paperwork filed and it's in the system and you have actual proof that it is patent pending, not just patent pending on the paper as a little scare tactic, like it's actually in the process and you have a good chance of it getting there, you know, that's what I would do. But like I said, I've never patented something. I understand the concept of it, but I have absolutely no clue how the whole process works and things like that. I know can be very difficult and very expensive. So wish I knew more.
Wellbot says greetings from down under. I guess to help you feel better. I see Heather's in the house. How you doing, Heather? Getting ready for bed, Yeah, we're not going to be streaming too off late tonight. Calvin's not feeling it.
No, I think it's for those of you guys who are just tuning in. Tomorrow is my last final of finals week, and like I was telling Jimmy, it's like no matter how much or little I study, I always get just super stressed out before finals. So I think that's pretty much what's kicking my butt right now is SoCal Fire Smoke and finals and just other like crap holidays coming up, that sort of thing. So that's I think what it is. I don't think it's necessarily like I came down with a bug or something, but this is like pretty common, which is not fun.
Yeah, hopefully you're over it by next week.
I think I'll be good. I think the thing is I'm also just kind of stressed out because it's the holidays. I had when I say like bigger filming plans, I was thinking about doing like a whole series of videos with gift ideas, and I'm just like, you know what? No, I don't know. I guess I just wasn't feeling it, and then at the same time, it was kind of like, you know what? There are so many other people doing those. I'd much rather just do like Christmas project videos because I think that's a little more exciting at the end of the day. And it's more when I say timeless, it's not so much like, oh, it was just for this little snippet of the year and that's, you know, whatever.
So we got White Tigress 18 in the house. How you doing?
Somebody got a box of chicken days in it today.
She's come to roast you, man. So here's what's going on. Last night I get a tweet, and Joe from 3D Noob, is that right? 3D. It's not 3D printing noob. It's 3D noob. Anyway, he goes and he sent a tweet out saying, "Hey, how many subscribers does Calvin need before he shaves his head?" I like 208. So what we need is Danielle to take and shave your head on camera.
This
At least take like a
idea
5 comb and just go through it.
me.
Let's go like a 5 or 6 comb and just go. Meh.
No, don't
We don't have to shave it completely.
It's full of bad ideas.
Just to get one of those longer comb ones, you know, just take it shorter.
No,
better yet, I'll take you to Great Clips. We'll get your hair cut.
No, even better is you can just sit me down in the kitchen with a with like a bowl over my head and just be like, okay.
Okay, guys, did you hear that? Somebody take that and copy that clip and send that to Joe.
It's like that Jack in the Box commercial where they were having their teriyaki bowls. And everybody had a bowl over their head and they were doing the bowl cut. And then Jack's like, okay, everybody, take your wigs off. And one of the ladies like got a bowl haircut without realizing everybody had wigs. And I was like, oh, that's just wrong.
Oh man, that's gonna be funny though. Yeah, he wants to get you boosted up, and you deserve it, quite honestly.
I appreciate it. Like I said, I mean, and when I say this, this is absolutely, you know, it's like I totally appreciate people when they, you know, give me a shout out and things like that. But I'm definitely not the kind of person that's like, you didn't shout me out last week, huh? Oh, you're getting demoted on the list now. You know, but at the same time, you know, I do genuinely appreciate it. You know, it means a lot.
Yeah. Well, it's nice that he's wanted to help you out like that.
No, that definitely means a lot, being that, you know, I only know him from the little bit of time that we hung out at Bay Area Maker Faire, which is totally cool. He wants to, hey, what's up, Calvin? And I'm like, oh, see that bald dude from Alta. Sweet. What's that dude?
You did not say that to him.
No, I did not. It's like but I was seriously amazed at how many people from out of state made it to Bay Area Maker Faire last year. You know, that was cool.
I know. I was completely surprised. Oh my goodness. Tinkering Corner, thank you so much. He just did a donation for $3.14. Man. Says a pie bowl haircut for Calvin.
You guys suck. You know that.
Hey, for that much, I can go to the Dollar Tree. I can get you a bowl, and that still leaves a little bit extra, so I can put that towards something else for it.
You can put it towards, like, you know, some hairspray or some hair gel.
Yeah, hair gel. We could get, for that much, we can get a bowl, hair gel, and a pair of scissors.
Oh, God.
That almost, the 14 cents will almost take care of the tax.
Somebody's saying, when have you guys started? And I'm going, I have absolutely no clue. It's like the Dachshund, you know.
Greg the Great, thank you so much. $3.50. Shave it all.
Okay, has this seriously turned into a stinking auction over what the crap we're going to do with my head of hair? This is wrong.
So that's $6.29 for getting some supplies to cut your hair.
No, I'm thinking I might totally outdo Jeff with my mohawk. Here, let me move the laptop back so you can see it. You know, how would that look if I rolled up to Jeff's house like that? I do have hair gel in the bathroom.
You both should cut your hair like Jeff's for your trip.
No, I don't think that would work on Jimmy. No, Jimmy totally needs like full on mohawk. Okay, now we're gonna fly Chelsea out to do my hair. Oh Jesus, going downhill. All right, why don't we just fly Danielle out here and she can eat PB&Js and be happy and like film it and just be giggling in the corner the whole time with the craziness.
We could always get one of those flame things like they use on the cows for around their teats. You know, you just. Oh God! King Random $3.16 and another penny more. Thank you so much, King Random.
So what will that get you? Will that get you a Godfather?
Let's see, 3, 6, 9. I know I'm really good, so yeah, that would probably get you a Godfather.
It's like we walk into Nanas and the dude's all like, "It's Jimmy! Oh my gosh! Help yourself to anything."
He's a good guy.
Oh, he's a great guy. He's totally cool.
Well, but I'd put my hair in a mohawk, it'd be like 10 foot tall. Lucky 13, $3.17.
This is just going. Okay, if we keep this up by like 11 o'clock, we're gonna have enough money to fly Chelsea and Danielle out here. I'll take ourselves to a steak dinner and film the whole thing on a red camera.
Did you hear this? I'm hoping somebody's taking snippets of every time you say this. It's sounding more and more like it's going to happen.
I keep making everything. It's like when I was on Dustin's stream all that time ago. I said, "Yeah, if I hit 10,000 subs." Oh, stop it!
Oh man, I'm dying over here. Greg the Great, $3.18. It could be worse. Everybody could be going 420. Thank you so much. Oh God. Thank you, Curtis. 319.
Oh, Danielle and Chelsea are having way too much fun just watching this going, how long is this going to go for?
Steak for $3. Hey, I hear Vegas has got some cheap steak dinners.
Don't know how good it is.
King Random, get stoned before you shave it. You won't have any eyebrows.
Oh, this is just wrong.
Greg the Great, no barbecue sauce for $3. I've seen barbecue sauce for $3. Actually, less than that, the Dollar Tree.
Yeah, was it worth $3? That's the question.
I highly doubt it, but oh man, you guys are hilarious. Thank you so much.
So what, would that get you a Godfather and, a drink and probably pay for your gas from your house and back and still have like tip left over at this point?
Well, we're going to call that our Vegas fund.
There we go. There we go.
Now, if we could just get you up to 1,000 subscribers before Vegas, we'll get your haircut back there in Vegas. Should be able to get a lap dance and a haircut at some place.
Dude, if my mom watches this, she's gonna like.
You're not going to Vegas no more. Oh God! $20 for practical free. Thank you, Chris. This should cover a haircut and a shave.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Oh my god.
I give up.
My head hurts.
Nope.
Oh man.
Oh.
And a gummy from a lady in Vegas.
I'm not even gonna ask what any of this means. Nope, I'm good. I'm good.
Your mom's not gonna let you go now. She's gonna be like, no, I saw that stream. You're not going to that Jimmy guy. He's too wild.
Even though I know what's probably gonna happen is we're gonna cruise over to Jeff's house and just like stay chit-chatting till probably like 4 in the morning and then be like, hey, yeah, we're going to Dunny's and get a Grand Slam. And we're gonna like stay up for like 2 days straight, probably just filming, print 3D 365 project stuff.
We'll never even make it to the hotel room. That's gonna be
You'll
the
just call out
part.
and be like, hey, sorry, I'd like to cancel my reservation. Thank you.
Oh man, I gotta be sure to print that reservation out too.
That'd be a good idea.
Yeah. In fact, I was thinking about to give him a call to make sure it's still good. Make sure I didn't put the, oh, we forgot.
Hey Jeff, can we bring some air mattresses and like throw them in the office? You know.
We'll sleep in the car.
Yeah. I'll take the trunk.
That's enough for a couple bodies back there.
My dad, true story, went to I think it was a Sunbeam Tiger event up in Tahoe. And being that he is definitely Mr. Frugal, he wasn't going to spend, I forget how much it was to get a hotel room. So he literally camped out there in the parking lot in his car. And being that my dad is a pretty funny guy, he took a plastic container of treetop applesauce, crosses out the tree, and spells the words P-E-E, and then crosses out the T and makes it P-stop. Yes, he used it, and yes, it worked good. And I'm just like, oh boy. Nah, he cruised up there, I think, in his either his Thunderbird or I think he did it in the old Mazda 323 hatchback. One of the two, I can't remember. It was years ago, but it was funny.
Oh man.
What's the total for the fun right now? Well, since you started the whole thing in Big Green Corner, give me a second. We got 3.14 plus 3.15 plus 3.16, I think? Plus 3.14,
314, 315, 316, 317, 318, 319, and then a 20.
Grand total is $39.
Then after YouTube fees, about 30.
And everybody was griping about some website going, oh my gosh, you get so much money.
Oh man.
That should.
You know what? Everybody complains so much about that. They actually pulled all their plans back, and so they're not going to do it now.
No, I know. Honestly, I had a feeling that was going to happen, but
Me too. I think they're just testing, and whenever it went bad, they're like, "Oh, sorry, I'm not doing it."
I think they wanted to put up the front of being serious, but at the same time, they, didn't want to also. I had a feeling. I'm with you. I honestly, when the whole thing started, I had a pretty good feeling that it was a ploy to test people's opinions, not that they were actually going to roll it out.
Right, because I mean, they weren't doing it like oh, by the way, this is what's happening as of this date. This was like a mid-month after they already got everybody's fees for the month. They said, oh, we're thinking of implementing this. And just the way they did it was like they were just testing the waters. And when they saw it was all bad, they pulled it back real quick.
And
Kind of like what Netflix did a while back when they wanted to raise their prices, and then everybody flipped out on Netflix and they decided not to. Well, if you notice, they've raised their prices now. It took them a while, but they slowly did it.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I do genuinely feel bad for people who lost a good chunk of their patrons. But the one thing I will say that's a big problem with Patreon is the fact that, and this is a problem they know about as well, is the fact that you could, and it's happened to people where you pledge at, sometime during the month, and then you, quote, get the reward, but then when the end of the month comes, you just cancel it, so you didn't get charged. What they need to do is no matter when in the month that you go for that pledge level, they automatically charge you on the spot for it. So even if you just did it once a month, Well,
actually, on Patreon, they actually have it set up. Whenever you create your Patreon page, you can set it up so that they take the money as of that moment, or you can do it where it does it at the beginning of the month.
Okay, because you gotta remember,
I've noticed different ones that I've joined. Sometimes they automatically charge my credit card instantly, and then other ones they wait until the end of the month and the beginning of the following month, and then they do it.
Okay, because you gotta remember, I only support like 3 things on Patreon. I don't get any money in, so I'm not familiar with the whole creator side. I'm only on the sponsor side.
Yeah.
So, and as for me, I don't know. Like I've said, I don't have anything against it. It's just I'm not the world's most comfortable with people. I don't know. I guess I'm just more comfortable for now selling stuff that I make to support the channel. Not that I have anything against people who use Patreon. I totally respect that, and I understand things are expensive, and I do have a PayPal donation link if people want to do that. But at the same time, I'm just kind of like, what do I have to offer people that's really that much more amazing that it's worth asking money for to get special access to? And I understand some people, it's just kind of like, hey, this is just your way of supporting me. That's cool. But at the same time, I know a lot of people have the perks and incentives in there. And for me, it's just like, I don't really have anything to offer, honestly. That's just the way that I look at it personally. So I'm not saying.
I keep looking at my tiers because different people say, well, you need to add more tiers to it. I'm looking at it, it's like, what else have I got to offer? It's like I tried to produce a video, try to get it to my Patreon supporters a day, 2 days ahead of time if I can, so that they've got early access to it. But it's like, what else have I got to offer? I can't ask people for $5 or $10 or $20, or I saw one guy actually has $100 tier. It's like, what do you do for $100? Invite them to your home? I mean, there's got to be something that makes it worthwhile, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, I'll put it this way: if you're somebody who's, say, like a really big celebrity style person, and you use it as kind of like almost like buying tickets to go to a concert, the more you spend, the closer you get, the more perks you get. That, right. Then I can understand having the high level tiers. But for people like us who are still small fries, we're just like, what? Well, people want to actually hang out with us, and they're not even spending money to do so. It's a little bit like that. I'm not dissing it by any means. I totally understand. There's some people who really, appreciate that level of getting to interact that way. But at the same time, to me, it's just like, is it really worth it? Oh,
I see Chris is taking off. Thank you very much, Chris, for joining.
Have a good one, dude.
Greg says there better be $100 for $100. There better be breakfast in the morning. Wink, wink. Tinker Carter says he'll get personal for $100. Yeah, King
No,
Random says he's got 2 pledges. Yeah, but I'm going to get on there. I'm going to be one of your pledges as well. I'm going to be doing that probably tonight.
I need to look at that. I think I'll pledge as well, just so even if it doesn't pass this time, at least it's one more person that pledged it. So if you go to redo it again, you can be like, hey, I got this close, and you never know. I'll put it that way.
Chris says for $100 better come with a happy ending. I see 3D Maker Noobs in the house. Thank you very much for joining. I've been bringing Calvin up to speed of what's getting ready to happen to his hair. If you scroll up, you'll see all the donations for his haircut.
It got out of hand really fast. So Chris,
I think what was it, $37 or $38 to get your haircut?
At least, yeah. So this is what Chris said, and I'm not endorsing anything that he said, but this was great. Chris just said, so Joe, for 1,000 subs and a Prusa MK3, Calvin says he'll shave his head. I didn't say that. That's what Chris said. And then Chelsea goes, heck, I'll shave my head for another MK3. And then Joe goes, maybe Prusa could be in for that. You guys are just horrible. Horrible. Horrible people. Why do I even do that?
It doesn't change the fact you're getting ready to lose your relationship with your hair. See, I don't know if anybody can see you down there in the corner. They think he's all squeaky clean and all that. You should have just saw what he did to me. Go ahead and say something while you do it.
No. No. Well, I'll be honest. I personally don't need an MK3S. I literally have like no room for stuff. Can't tell.
There's always room for another shelf.
What? You mean I have to get rid of my train layout? That ain't happening. That's staying there.
What about right there behind your head?
That's right. Dude, I'm sitting on my bed right now. I don't need like 3D printers hanging above my head while I sleep.
Hey, Joel, thank you for joining.
What's up, dude?
He says, make Calvin an entry, 5K subs will happen. Sweet. He needs it.
The real question is, in like 10 days, can I hit 1,000 so we get super chat for in Vegas? That's what Jimmy wants.
What's that?
You're all pushing for me to hit 1K by Vegas, by the Vegas trip to Print 3D, so that way I've got super chat.
You need super chat. I was telling him that you really ought to set up super chat, and he's like, "I can't." What do you mean you can't? He says you have to hit 1,000 subs before you can get a super chat. I'm like, wow, I forgot all about that. That even was a deal.
Jimmy's all like, yeah, life of like over 1K right here. Yeah, go me.
Rip that hair out. Rip it out. At least we got the haircut covered.
Oh boy.
So you're the hot seat. So what was this? So come, you're in hot seat, shave the head, and you'll have it. You got any haircut covers? We get you 1,000 subscribers right now.
Oh heck no.
Give Joel Rum and a razor.
how ghetto is this going to get before the end of the night? My gosh.
By the way, Joel, if you're still on here, what you did was really awesome for those children. Thank you very much for doing that.
I need to
And
go.
I'm really hoping you keep the ball rolling this coming year, because that's a great deed that you're doing.
Sorry, I was just reading a comment. No, I was going to say I need to watch the video on that because it's finals right now and I haven't had time, but I really need to go watch that. But that is seriously awesome that you donated the money to the hospital for doing that. Much respect for doing that. That is an awesome way to use your YouTube fan base to help a very worthwhile organization.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, the comment I was laughing at was a certain person saying, considering my hair grows like a weed on plant food, it should grow back in no time. You know how long it's taken for it to get to this point?
How long did it take?
Time.
When was the last time you actually had a haircut?
Oh, geez. When was the last time I was in SoCal that I didn't fly? Because I flew down for Hostech. Oh, geez, I can't even
6 months
remember.
ago.
It's been a while. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't take a little bit off, but I'm not saying I'm going to go extreme.
I'll go. You know what? I'm going to start looking up haircuts right now. We're just walking to the Great Clips. I want this one.
You guys are seriously messed up that you would pay that much money to watch me get a haircut? Wow, you guys seriously like need to get your head checked or something.
Thank you very much, Eddie. He says shave the head. For $5, I'll shave his head.
For $0, Jimmy would do it. Okay, can we get one thing for certain here? I am not ever shaving my head. No. Nope.
You gotta at least get a short haircut if you get 1,000 subscribers, though.
I'll get the Jimmy haircut.
Well, I'll get my haircut first, and then you can get the Jimmy haircut.
No, I need to look like your clone. Then I'll have him dye my hair so I look like you, and I'll wear like the blue and white shirt. You didn't even go up on camera like, "Hey, I'm Jimmy from Jimmy Shaw's Tidbits." Hey, I'm really not. I'm Calvin. Never mind.
Oh, in fact, I was just telling Beth earlier today, I need to go get my haircut. Three maker to, oh, come on, man, go be a Baracus on a haircut. I pay the fool. Need the gold chains too.
Oh yeah. Okay, Chelsea, in normal people speak, what the heck does that mean?
What's that?
Whatever hair cutting terminology she's using that I don't understand.
What, the faux hawk? Are you talking faux hawk?
No, she said like a number 4 guard on the sides and an 1.5 inches on the top. Not so bad.
Yeah. Number 4 is, I was saying go with a number 5, but number 4 would be a little bit shorter. We can do a community prep for all the gold chains and rings. Poor Calvin. He's over here having a nervous breakdown on us.
Don't worry, I can breathe.
For now. Oh man. This has been one fun stream, man.
This is like the world's biggest disaster ever since we started the whole show. What are we gonna do? I don't know. We're just gonna like talk smack all night. Okay.
Did you even look at the video description?
No.
Click on the video description real quick.
I'll see if I can get it on my phone. My internet has been absolute garbage tonight on my phone.
I had a feeling you didn't even check the video description. I said what was going to happen. Go ahead, read it out loud.
Started streaming 40 minutes ago. Hi, guys. Join Calvin and I as we catch up and talk smack to each other. Thank you very much for watching, and then everything else. My affiliate link.
See, we've been keeping this one right on cue. We've been talking smack the whole night. I pitied a fool.
Chris, I thought you said you were gonna go work on stuff, not like lurk in the chat forever.
I mean, someone is going to hit you with a shaver. You have to cut it.
Read my comment.
We'll take it. I'll get you over here to build that TiVo, and I'll just have Curtis come in from behind. Then we'll go get Nanas afterward.
Oh heck no! This is just going.
King Random Calvin, don't fall asleep in Vegas.
I'm not falling asleep on the strip. I'm not falling asleep in some strange hotel room. I think I'll be good.
Oh man, that was funny though. You will at least get a haircut though, right? If you
like I said, I will get a haircut. I'm just not going to be taking off a whole lot. Same.
Okay.
Yeah.
But all of this is going away though.
No, then nobody's
the Jesus look is going to go away.
Oh, dude, you are horrible. I think, okay, new thing. By the time the stream is over, we're probably gonna have more than enough money to fly Chelsea out here to do the haircut. That's the way things are going.
Thank you very much, Tinker Corner, for joining. I sure appreciate it. Have a good night, my friend.
Doesn't want to know what the Mike Myers haircut is? Probably not.
What's that?
Chris said, "What about a Mike Myers haircut?" And I have no clue what he's talking about.
Mike Myers haircut.
I'm not even gonna try to look it up because my internet's so bad.
Isn't that like a Friday the 13th video or something? Oh, it was Jason. Never mind. That's what he make her do. Okay, new plan: diet blonde.
I actually have some chemical that is used as a hair dye that also works really good for PCB etching somewhere down in the whatchamacallit garage.
Okay, Chris says Mike Myers, Shrek, Austin Powers.
No clue what you're talking about.
It's the actor.
Yeah, I still don't know.
Chell says that they have $100 flights to Vegas from there.
Oh gosh.
Did he make a news says he'll chip in for that so that the PayPal he'll donate? Chris says he married an axe murderer. Oh no, I guess that's a movie. I Married an Axe Murderer.
Part of me says it would still be funnier to have Danielle doing it because she just would not know what she's doing. She'd just be like, oh crap, I know what I'm doing. Just like run off stage. Comes back with like some hedge trimmers. There we go.
I can see Chelsea coming after you with the scissors and doing all that. For me, Chelsea. Oh man. Oh God, no. No. Calvin in a man bun. That's just wrong in so many ways.
I plead the fifth if it happened once, and I'm leaving it at
that. Oh God, you did? You did? That's it. Your hair's coming off, man. Next time I see you, it's coming off.
Wasn't my idea.
Oh goodness. How you feeling? You feeling any better now?
No.
Oh come on! I felt good to get some laughs in, right?
Yeah, I did. I'm still tired and stressed out. That part didn't change.
So, which final do you have tomorrow?
Environmental science.
Oh God. White Tiger, she pleads the fifth. So environmental sciences, that's like you're not supposed to be driving cars, riding on buses because that's all like bad for the environment and stuff.
If my instructor finds this video and I start talking a bunch of smack, she's gonna totally kill me. No, it actually goes into more detail than that. It's kind of like, you know, comparing the impacts of certain things, you know, things like that. Some of it, it's like the social side I find super boring, not my thing at all. Finally, we got to like the chemistry side with like air pollution and combustion and nuclear power and things like that, and I'm like, yeah. Can we just like down this all semester? You know, alternative energy, free energy machines, you know, why the government's hiding free energy. I'm kidding on that part.
You better be, because we all know that that's not true.
Oh, really? You know, we were shown plans for a free energy machine in class, and then because net neutrality got, quote, killed, you know, then they instantly put up a thing saying we got to spend $100 to see it. It was terrible.
You know, I fell for something like that one time. There's this guy that he made this machine that would take and create heat, but it didn't use any energy to create heat. And you know, all you had to do is you had to get these different materials you put together, and if you paid him $75, he would send you the plans on building this thing. So stupid me, I paid $75 for this thing, right? All it was essentially you took a coffee can, and then you took another coffee can that fit inside that coffee can. You took and you bought a all-thread rod, and you had to attach a motor to it, and it would spin inside oil, and it would create heat. It's like, but wait a minute. What's spinning that thing? Well, motor. Well, then you're using energy to create the heat. I could do the same thing by lighting up a kerosene heater.
The one thing I will say that I saw in a documentary that was, when I say it was exploring the theory of over unity, it wasn't like one of these conspiracy theories. It was looking at it from a scientific standpoint, like if it is theoretically possible that over-unity can exist, then does that mean that our current laws of physics are wrong? And one of the things that they were showing was a company that made high-performance pumps was noticing that in one of their pump designs, because of the pressure and the speed that the pump was running at, it was actually boiling water from the heat of the friction of the actual water molecules. When I say exploding from the force in there. And the interesting thing was the amount of energy that they put into the motor versus the amount of energy that they got out in hot water. They got more energy out of the hot water than they were putting into the motor to spin it. But the thing is, you got to remember, they weren't using electricity to heat the water. They were using the energy in the motor to spin the thing, and it just happened to be boiling the water, which made it a lot more efficient for boiling the water as well. It's interesting.
What's this? 3D Maker dude needs a perm?
I think he needs my hair first.
Do you perm your hair? How do you get those curly hair, man?
I do absolutely nothing to it. I kid you not. Nada. This is my natural hair as it is.
Oh, man.
I kid you not. I do absolutely
nothing. People pay for that hair. We're going to cut it off anyway. The death stare you're just giving me is horrible. I clicked on you, so I hope you showed up on it. You look like a wild man, dude.
Right. What you talking about? Oh, this is gonna be like one of those streams that when we're done with this is private, so nobody can watch the disaster at once.
I done something here. Now it's not toggling back and forth anymore.
What'd you do, Jimmy? Did you break it?
I think I broke it.
Oh crap! Now they got to stare at my ugly mug the whole time.
Is it toggling for you?
No, because I'm not seeing it live because my cell internet is so bad right now because of the holidays.
Ah.
Yeah, fun fact about living in SF, whenever there's a big event or the holidays roll around and a whole bunch of people roll into the city, your currently bad internet speed goes like way down.
Man.
Sucks big time. I mean, it's so bad, it barely could even load the stream page on my phone, which is why recently I've just gone back to streaming from my laptop, because even though it's really slow, at least it's stable.
Yeah, that's true.
This one, it's like 1 minute it's blazing along, and the next minute Google's like, I can't connect. And I'm like,
yeah, I'm trying to see if it's still toggling, but I don't think it's toggling anymore.
is there a white box around my photo?
Yeah.
Click on me again, and then it should go back.
There we go. I clicked on the white box and it went away.
Oh,
okay. You're so smart.
It's the hair, dude.
That's why I got you as a friend, because that way I got somebody smarter to talk to.
The hair's what
Calvin,
makes
how do I do this? You're like, you're 44 years old. Figure it out on your own.
Hey, Jimmy pretty much built them a while by himself. So, you know, me and Curtis stood back and supervised.
No, you guys were a huge help on that, man. There's no way that thing would have went together that fast if it was just me doing it.
I know. It's like we're me and Curtis are standing around, and we look over, and Jimmy's already got the frame like 3/4 built. And we're like, What? Somebody needs to send Jimmy a Moai. He could use it for so much cool stuff.
I'm afraid of those things, to be honest with you, man. I mean, I'm using it, but at the same time, it's with the models that you're slicing because I have no idea how to do it.
I will say the one thing that, for somebody who's not familiar with a machine like that, that makes it kind of tricky is the fact that it's not just a dump it into a slicer, you get the code and you print, then you have to go through multiple avenues to get the code. But then at the same time, when you look at the price of the machine and then you compare it to other resin printers, and you go, wow, the quality is that good. That's what I have to sacrifice. Might as well. I mean, and if anything, it actually gives you more freedom to pick and choose what you want, which to me is almost an advantage. I mean, to some people, I can understand if it's a little bit of a drawback, but for me personally, I'm like, oh, heck, I get to choose my own stuff. Yeah, I'm down with that. So that way, so it's definitely one of those cases of everybody's got something that they're in for it differently on. But from the prints that you've done and the prints that I've seen, I mean, that thing is on par with the Formlabs, like on
Yeah,
par.
I took a friend of mine. I took and printed out a couple of those chess pieces and took it to him. It just blew his mind. He's like, "Okay, what printer is this? Because I want one." He's been wanting to print these smaller pieces for so long, and I finally tried it on my printer, and I just could not get him to come out with an FDM printer. It just
Yeah, yeah.
I went with probably a 0.2 millimeter nozzle. I might be able to get some detail, but I still don't think it would print the shafts and stuff on those models.
No, you might be able to, but at the same time, it's just too detailed.
Yeah, yeah, and that's where that SLA just really it comes into its own.
Oh yeah, it's not perfect, and it's definitely not going to be the same as like a PolyJet machine, but the stuff it can do is still absolutely incredible.
Chelsea says, sort of the Formlabs software just works no matter what you throw at it. It just works great. Both have great quality. Does the Formlabs what software does Formlabs use for the when it comes to slicing? Is it
Their
the
own.
same process?
No, theirs is you literally drag the model in there and you tell it you can either auto orientate it where it kicks it sideways, or you can just tell it to use the model as you put it in there. Then it will automatically create the supports and move items if necessary, and then it prints from there.
So has anybody tried the Formlabs software with the Moai?
Not that I know of. I don't
Oh.
know if Formlabs uses its own G code, but I wonder if you could use the support mechanism in it.
Yeah. That
But
would
I
be
don't have the
kind of an
software.
interesting thing to see.
Yeah, that's the one thing that is a problem, though. Like Chelsea said, she goes, with their models, sometimes it's a huge pain to get the computer to handle going through all the stuff to get the correct supports. Yeah, it can be a bit of a pain sometimes. Even with my laptop, I'm using, I think it's B9 Creator to do the supports. It'll do a decent job with the supports, but you can definitely hear that CPU fan, GPU fan going, whoop, when it's going to do stuff. Okay, Chris, that's what I thought. The Form software is proprietary.
That's why I thought there was I saw something. I think I watched that whatever it was on Netflix about the different companies,
Print the
the
legend.
3D manufacturers, and they had a big issue with Stratus, if I remember right, to
Yeah,
where they end up having to come up with a proprietary software.
yeah, that was a giant cluster crap. I think eventually Stratasys dropped the case because it got proved that they weren't technically infringing on a patent, and the patent in question was expired at that point. But like with any patent case, all you have to do is, even if you legally it's an open file, you can still just say, oh, patent issue. And usually that stops people, which to me is blatant abuse of a patent. But at the same time, patent lawsuit cases go on for years, and really all they do is they just drive the little guy out of business, even if he was doing absolutely nothing wrong. So that's one of the obvious drawbacks to it, if you know what I mean.
What's this? Check Twitter.
I'm scared.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's see here. I just refreshed, nothing came up. How come? Am I in the wrong?
Oh, dude, it's bad.
What is it?
It's it's bad.
You need to get that wig.
Eddie,
your hair's coming off now, man.
So one thing I will say, Eddie, is if something is not patent protected or there's no other legal protection for something, then technically it's fair game. If something is currently under protection and somebody infringes on it, then yeah, there should be a plan of recourse. But if something is fair game, that's a different story.
Yeah.
You know, I'm talking this was a patent that had expired, which is the reason why FDM printing even became possible. And then we started to see resin printing is because those patents expired and they were not. But by that point, there were so many larger companies using a similar technology under license, I believe, during that patent phase that they just figured, okay, you know what, there's no point in renewing the patent because there's other people that are doing it. And I don't think they were expecting the hobby sector to try and use that same idea to make their own machine.
Yeah.
You know, it's not easy, especially when you're using galvos and stuff to try and precisely move things and whatnot. So the fact that, you know, there might have been garage tinkerers doing it, but the fact that somebody actually was trying to go out there and, you know, that whole thing, it's definitely interesting. I'll put it that way. But, you know.
Well, my friend, are you wanting to continue a little bit longer? Or are you ready to hit it?
I'll be there for about another 10 minutes, and I should probably call it a night.
Okay. So you must be feeling a little bit better.
Yeah, a little bit.
So here's a little something I printed up that's Calvin's design. I think came out pretty good, didn't it?
Oh yeah, especially if it's coming off your janky looking i3. Not saying the thing doesn't print, it's just the wiring on it is like absolutely terrifying. I'm looking at it going, that's the, oh my gosh, okay, it works cool. I mean, I can't say the wiring on the Thing-O-Matic isn't kind of janky looking.
It's the reason why I keep one of these close by. Oh, wow. Thank you very much, 3D Maker Noob. Joe, thank you very much for joining.
So King Random was saying something about you get the same detail with lead screws on every axis and a 0.1 nozzle. Well, the one thing I will say about lead screws is they need to be ideally precision ball screws that are double nutted and pre-tensioned, so there is absolutely no backlash in them. But that is extremely expensive and extremely difficult to pull off precisely. So I can understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, you kind of hit a practical limit to what you can do. I think that FDM is great for large scale stuff, and resin machines are good for medium and smaller. When I say medium, I'm talking like I've seen stuff that has been done on professional resin 3D printers that are actual components for things, but because the walls were super thin or it was designed for injection molding or something like that, that's why they used it. So,
Yeah.
you know, I think it's really a case of we're still figuring out what works best for what sector, but the fact that there is the Moai, which is on par with, you know, within a couple $100 of your average FDM 3D printer, is definitely a game changer, and it's a really good quality machine as well. It's not some hack together rinky dink machine that might or might not give you good prints. It's something that can reliably crank stuff out. Really makes you go, how many more companies are going to start to look into the budget or the lower cost resin printing market using kind of that open software approach? So that's kind of my guess.
Yeah, I mean, I was really surprised at the build quality of it. I mean, when we first pulled it out of the box, I'm like, okay, I'm not sure about this. And then when it started going together, it's like, okay, this thing's rigid.
And then the best part was once we did the first test prints on the thing, we're just staring there, just like drooling at the models going, holy crap, is this for real? I mean,
Yeah.
the quality was just like mind blowing.
Yeah.
We're just like, oh, this is impressive. You know, I am to this day still blown away by what it can do, considering that so many of those machines were so expensive and the quality off of them was mediocre at best. And I understand they were starting out early in the game, but still the where it has come to is just like, it's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
I'll put it this way, I'm definitely glad that I did not buy a resin printer a long time ago, because what is out there is so much better. It's not like the FDM market where it's pretty much hit its peak and all we're getting is little bells and whistles, but nothing that spectacular. You know, now it's kind of like that's kind of hit its peak. Other stuff is going to move in there, but we'll have to see about that.
Yeah.
Although I will say I don't personally see CNC machines being done that cheaply that are decent quality, just because of the higher loads that are involved, all that sort of stuff. I don't think that's going to happen. And at the same time, I hate to say it, but I don't think it's a very wise move either, because from a safety standpoint, a CNC machine is exponentially more dangerous than a 3D printer ever is. So also for that reason, I think it's better that they're not as accessible strictly from a safety standpoint, because, you know, people just don't understand just how dangerous it is. But, you know, that's just me coming at it from kind of a pessimistic safety standpoint. But then again, I've seen enough people doing enough stupid things with machinery to fill a dictionary. So, you know.
That's the truth. Melt chunks flying everywhere. He's got it down pat right there. That's exactly right.
Tool chunks, body parts, you know, you get where I'm going. I'm not going to make it very graphic, but let's just say that, you know, if people have a hard enough time working with a 3D printer, give them a CNC machine, and it's just like a whole nother level. But, you know. But the cool thing is I did send Joel some unused milling bits that I had lying around, along with a little bit of brass and copper and an acrylic plate, so that way USPS doesn't mangle the schmutzies out of everything. But it'll be fun to see if he actually gets around to trying out metal on the Carvey. That would be cool.
Yeah.
I figured the scrap was lying around doing nothing, so the whole reason why I threw it in the box was like, well, you know, if you want to try cutting metal on the thing, here's some scrap metal, so you don't have to feel guilty about, you know, spending $20 on a sheet of metal from online. Here's some stuff that's, you know, substantial enough to get cut. You know, maybe you can make up a little something with it. So, you know, or use it for a craft project or whatever. You know, it'd be cool.
Well, my friend, it's 11:28. You want to go ahead and call it?
I say we go ahead and call it.
I see we're down to 7 viewers, so I think everybody else is kind of dropping off, going to bed or going to work.
I think so too.
There's Greg. What up?
Oh boy.
Well, at least I got my Christmas lights up and got my tree.
Jimmy's way more festive than I am.
Believe me, I'm not feeling
it. I hear
you. Okay, guys. Well, thank you very much for joining us. Sure appreciate it. I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas if I don't get to talk to you before then. And we're planning on, we'll probably do our live stream next Tuesday. We're still on for that?
Still on for that. After tomorrow at around 3 p.m. at the latest, I will be all done with finals. So then I will have time to clean up my room, clean up the garage area, and then get ready for Vegas.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and plan on doing the live stream on Tuesday on your channel.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. And then I'll probably have a video out next week toward the end of the week. I don't think I'll have anything because of Christmas and everything's going to be happening this weekend. I'm going to be working till midnight starting Friday, Saturday. I don't know about Sunday. I think Sunday we might close early. So then the nightmare will start to be over. Retail's a whole nother animal when it comes to Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
This makes my, 16th year up there doing this? I don't want to be there for a 17th.
Dude, after what I was told that will not be repeated here, you definitely, you deserve better than that. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm trying, but I'm not getting anywhere. That's for sure.
I hear you. Job market is very fickle. It's fun.
Kind of changing. I got a couple other leads on some other jobs I'm going to go for. One of them is actually a computer repair.
Oh, that's cool.
For a nationally known cash register company. Pretty much just said the name of it. NC. I'll try. I'm going to try for it, but there's no guarantees on that one whatsoever. But I figure, hey, you never know unless you try. So
it's free to drop an application off. It only costs you money if you never applied, and you would have got it.
Well, the good thing is I got a friend that works there, and he told me to give me a resume. So I got to write up a resume and get that over to him this coming week.
That's handy.
Yeah. But anyway, thank you very much. You guys have a Merry Christmas. Take care, and we'll see you next week.
Hey, guys.